Atheists, what do you believe in? Serious. I believe in a universe that doesn't care, and people that do. There is no plan, no grand design. There is what happens and how we respond to it. Justice only exists to the extent we create it. We can't count on supernatural justice to balance the scales in the afterlife, so we need to do the best we can to make it work out in the here and now. My life and the life of every other human being is something that was extremely unlikely. That makes it rare, precious, and worth preserving. Nothing outside of us assigns meaning to our lives. We have to create meaning for our lives ourselves. Nothing. Serious. You're born. You live. You die. That's it. After you die you cease to exist, the same as before you were born. Just be a kind and empathetic person, not because you're worried about some cosmic justice, but because it's the right thing to do. If there is some being that created us, there's no way they actually care about believing in it or adhering to some rules from over 2,000 years ago. Also, a big thing for me is that I find the idea that you need religion or the Bible in order to have morals and ethics pretty dumb. It's pretty fucking clear that most evangelicals have neither. But my main thing is being a good person, simply because, as George Costanza once said, we're living in a society. If you're only a good person in order to make it to heaven, you probably aren't actually a good and moral person. Myself. I've always been there for me. My wife's 3 rules of life: stay safe, have fun, don't be a dick. Atheism generally isn't a belief in the usual sense of the word. It's a lack of belief in a deity. You don't need reasons for not believing in something. You need reasons for believing. Not believing is the default position. We need to look out for each other because help isn't coming. When I was young, I used to think that after death you would have access to a PC that you could see absolutely anything about your life. Stats, any question you had, no matter how obscure, replays of moments, perspectives of others in relation to you. No matter what you wanted to know, if it was relatable to you, you could see it. I know it's silly, but as time goes on I just want it to be real, and I don't think I'd have any issue allowing myself to fall into that delusion. Edit. Why did pretty much all the replies to my comment get removed? Science, how dope nature is. Science, research, evidence. That sort of thing. Also, the golden rule. Humanity. Despite its very obvious and apparent flaws. I believe we have it in us to excel and be better. There is nothing in this world preventing me from doing unspeakable things. Laws are just words. They have no meaning and only apply if you get caught. The law, in a sense, does not exist. There is no existential threat preventing me from doing anything. I follow the rule of law, fight for equal rights as much as I am able, and treat people in a manner in which I would like to be treated because I choose to. I choose to be, if not a good person, then a compassionate person because I choose to be. I believe in me. Not being a piece of shit. I feel religion is a morality guide for the most part, and some people need that guide. I'm comfortable in doing my best to be a good person for the sake of being a good person. I don't need afterlife bribery. I don't believe in anything. Because that requires faith in the absence of evidence. I understand scientific research and culture helps to provide structure to how we see the world, but even this is just a system of theories that are constantly being revised and updated and replaced. Atheism is the lack of religious belief. Asking Ops question is like asking strawberry jam, why can't you be peanut butter? It's because they're 2 different things. But the answer is dogs. Not believing in any supernatural is atheism by definition. So nothing basically. I could mention science, but that is not a belief. Science is just an organized collection of observations and a bunch of theories how to interpret them according to our current knowledge. I'm an atheist, but I do believe in a higher power. That is to say, I have absolute and unyielding faith that a grizzly bear is more powerful than I am and would 100% murder me in an encounter. Be excellent to each other.